just couldn't see no other place that I could go fight but Pride, because it was everything perfect.
One of the biggest stars to come out of Pride's early shows was a former pro wrestler named Kazushi Sakuraba. His combination of personality, strong technical grappling ability, and unorthodox striking made him a star. But it was his systematic dismantling of 4 members of the legendary Gracie family that thrust Sakuraba into superstardom in Japan and made him a worldwide fan favorite, plus garnered him the nickname the Gracie Hunter.
Kazushi Sakuraba was a stone in our shoes, like we say. He was one of the most amazing fighters that came from Japan, and the most amazing was his ability to play smart. Like, he was able to adapt himself and to figure out ways to break his opponents, and he was very successful in anything that he did. You see, the people that he beat was amazing. Like, he beat people that outrated him for over 50 pounds, and he was able to go through them, you know.
He's just a legend in the pro wrestling world, but also known as an incredible athlete and amateur wrestler and catch wrestler. And here comes Kazushi Sakuraba. Nobody really knew much about him. They'd seen that he'd fought a few times in Japan. He fought in a cage fight. And then he comes out and he's just all over these guys. Carlos Newton, Vernon White.
He's got the armbar. He's Sakuraba. Oh my God! Out of nowhere, Kazushi Sakuraba has submitted the Tiger White with a straight armbar. Out of nowhere, boss.
Sakuraba, fun fighter to watch. I like he's always going for something, always trying to finish a fight. And makes exciting fights.
You know, coming after him and sprawling well, but Sakuraba going for that single, and he gets it. Got it down. Sakuraba going for the. Oh, he's got him. It's over. Got him on a calf crank. It's over.
I wouldn't mind facing him again because, you know, when the first time I fought Sakuraba, you know what I'm saying, I was kind of fucked up. I want to make excuses. Everybody think, you know what I'm saying, you make excuses when you lose and shit, but sometimes, goddamn it, you lose for a reason. And my reason why I was fucked up, you know what I'm saying, I had to lose 26 pounds.
He's got the choke. It's over.
Choke. It's over. It's over. Kazushi Sakuraba has choked out the wild man, Quentin Rampage Jackson.
I want to fight him when I'm 100%, so I kind of want to fight him again.
And along his way was a few good guys from my family, like Royce, Hoyler, me, Ryan, you know. And it was amazing that he was able to pass through every single one of us.
That was fantastic, you know, that was electrifying, you know, not for the Gracie family, but for the rest of the world in Japan it was. You know, I mean, you had the greatest name in submission fighting, you know, versus this unknown Japanese kid. And he came to fight, and he did, you know. And the Gracies all fought, but a couple of them just couldn't keep up with this kid.
And watching and being there when Sakuraba would fight a Gracie, and watching what happens to the crowd when their hometown hero, the local favorite, beats a guy that's supposedly supposed to be this with his great last name, his great name. All of a sudden, he wins, and it's incredible. It's this huge upset.
Bam, takes the first one right out. It wasn't even competition.
Oh no! This is not good for Hoyler. The referee is waiting the fight off. The referee has stopped the fight.
Even though Hoyler didn't tap, that was by far the best submission. Just the way that Sakuraba was able to submit a Gracie, a great Gracie in submission, a Gracie that is probably one of the best Gracies in my mind in the pure jiu-jitsu game. He went after, took it to him, and beat him in his own game, and got the ref to stop the fight.
The Sakuraba-Gracie rivalry is bigger than mixed martial arts. It goes back before mixed martial arts, when Kimura went to Brazil and fought Helio Gracie. And so there's been a Japan-Gracie rivalry going on since before Pride was around, and since before the Gracies that are currently fighting in Pride were born. So when Sakuraba fought several of the Gracies, that was a continuation of things that had already been going on. And actually, you know, that it's not just a Sakuraba-Gracie rivalry, but it's a Japan-Gracie or Japan-Brazil rivalry that was started really by Helio Gracie back with Kimura.
It became a rivalry because stylistically it was a great matchup. And Sakuraba had great cardio. He had a great style of stop jiu-jitsu, like I said, but he also had the ability to stay calm during a fight because he kind of knew how the pace of the fight was going to go. That rivalry really happened just because stylistically he could beat those guys. And he went through and he really went on tear and ran through all of them.
High-end Gracie gets in there. He starts spanking him in the middle of the match.
Spanking him. Unbelievable. Every fight this guy has a trick.
It's like, hey, I'm just having a good time out here, and you guys are along for the ride.
I think one of the most important Pride fights that upped the ante, you know, took it to the next level, was Sakuraba versus Royce Gracie. You know, that made it an outstanding promotion. You know, made it the #1 promotion in the world when that fight took place. Because those two guys fought for over an hour, you know, and the fans were in it the whole time.
Now down they go, and he's going to the knee bar. Oh, he missed it. Oh, missed it. Nice. There's some kicks there.
Pretty standard with the time with Royce Gracie. He got to pick how the fight was going to go, the rules. It was really an unusual scenario, and I remember at the time that the Japanese were really actually upset about it, and they felt like, you know, I don't care who you are, you don't get to be treated different from everybody else in this entire tournament with the way you want to fight. But Royce Gracie, Kazushi Sakuraba, said, fine, whatever rules you want to fight under, we'll fight under those rules, and I will beat you at your own rules. And he wanted to go, he wanted unlimited time limits because he was, you know, Royce Gracie, I guess, at the time, and he felt that this was going to be his way to win the fight if need be. This was always going to be in his favor. And he went out there and go ahead, we'll go 90 minutes, and they went 90 minutes. They went as long as Royce wanted to go, and eventually Royce had to give up and throw the towel in.
He's throwing in the towel in. Kazushi Sakuraba. Gracie quit. He made him quit.
I think from all the Gracies, I was the one who actually had the best fight against him.
Sakuraba ends up shooting. Oh, nice spin around. Takedown by Sakuraba. Sakuraba chopping away. Oh, cartwheel! Almost at the leg. Ends up pushed up. Oh, my God.
I was able to actually be winning the fight all the way to those last 17 seconds that he was able to surprise me with an arm lock.
Oh! What a great move by Sakuraba.
And it's funny because I remember I had my arm caught and I knew that I couldn't relieve the weight out of his back. But a friend of mine that was on the sidelines, he screamed to me, "Get your hooks in." And instinctively, I didn't think, I just went for the hooks. That's when he stood up and was able to dislocate my arm, you know. Like a lot of people ask me why I did not tap. Like I had my arm out and he was still squeezing and I'm looking and trying when the ref came. Because Sakuraba called the ref and probably talking Japanese that my arm was broken. And the ref looked at me and said, no problem. It happens all the time. This happens, it's gonna go back by itself, just leave it. You know? And I remember looking and seeing my elbow all the way up to here. And I could hear all the ligaments going, and I saw my elbow popping out. And I remember, like, clear like today, like, not even for 1 second, I thought about giving up. But it was an unbelievable move, and I was very glad that if that happened to me, it was with someone with such a valor like him, you know. It made me admire him more than I already did before.
Many people make excuses when they lose. I have only one. He was better than me tonight. I wish him all the best.
Sakuraba doesn't know, but he actually gave me the biggest victory I could ever had in my lifetime. So even though he walked out the winner, I was the one who really won that fight. Because I took my body to a place that very little people would take it and not give up.
Man, when that Sakuraba versus Gracie series is going, It was one of the most exciting things on the planet.
He was a personality in the ring and outside of the ring, and that is why he will be one of the most endeared fighters of all time.
Sakuraba having success against the Gracie family was huge in Japan, and it brought a lot of Japanese fans to Pride to see that continue. And you know, the Gracie family is so deep and so respected in mixed martial arts that you know, everybody wanted to continue to see that rivalry go.
You know, and I've been training now and training hard and looking to fight. So if one day I have a chance to measure myself against him again and maybe have my other arm broken,